Welcome to Awakened Vitality, unlocking the secrets to health and healing Qigong. We're here today to have a dialogue with Master Mingtong Gu. My name is Otis Wallen. I'm a level 2 Qigong teacher with the Qi Center. And I first ran into Mingtong 5 years ago when my wife and I attended a workshop. And we were both taken by this practice. We started practicing daily and went through the certification process to become a teacher myself. Mingtong is a very extraordinary teacher, has the energy to instill a transformation that is unlike any teacher that I've ever experienced. Mingtong was born in a rural part of China, graduated from the university in China in mathematics, came to the University of California, San Diego, knowing only a few words in English, got a master's degree in mathematics, then off to the University of Ohio for a master's degree in fine arts. So he has 3 master's degrees and then became a master Qigong teacher. And so it's this bilingual, bicultural quality, this ability to bridge East and West, to bridge the ancient teachings of Qigong with the modern science. This is the unique mind that Mingtong brings to this teaching. Welcome, Mingtong.
Thank you, Otis, for being here with me. So I want to welcome all of you for this exciting event. We're sharing something I feel most profound in my life, in my journey. And also it's really highlights for New Year, personally for me, for 2016. It's when we have all these, new desire, new resolution, new plan for the new year. The deeper question is how we can realize them, making a tangible step how to realize them. So I want to share, what I have discovered, which can help you to truly fulfill your deeper desire for greater happiness and more health, and as well deeper fulfillment of life. So I'm grateful.
Okay. Well, this is a dialogue to actually engage in a conversation where we go to understanding what is Qigong and who are you as a teacher. We're going to look at why would we do this? Why would we want to study Qigong? Why would we want to take this up as a practice? Why would we want to unlock these secrets? What is it about health and Qigong? And then we're going to investigate a little bit about how we can take some steps. In the course of this, we'll do a demonstration. In the course of the hour, we'll also do a meditation on New Year's resolution, on having the resolve to take the next step, to dive deeper. So Mingtong, just why at this point in time would it be important for us to have this conversation?
That's a good place to start. In life, we have so many different things, including what we want to accomplish, including what we want to, truly enjoy and treasure. And first, important question, yes, what is Qigong? So, in general, Qigong is still new here in the West, culture, so to speak. And it's very ancient in China, few thousand years, at least 5,000 years of history, even beyond. But has been secretive until even 50 years ago in China, and only become well known in China in the last 30, 40 years, just like yoga become well known in the West, now. So it's a new phenomenon, but it's a very simple and accessible, practical, and same time profound practice allow you to tap into the energy. So Qi means energy, it means life energy. It's a recognition of all life is not only come from energy, made of energy, animated by energy, continuously generated by energy. Life is a transformation of energy. So the appearance might be different. We can getting older, can get sicker, whatever might be happening in our life, change happening in relationship, and the things happening on the planet Earth. But what is driving these changes? Yeah, for good and bad. Yeah, whatever label we have might be. That's the recognition. It's the energy. So when we're able to tap into the energy, then we can empower ourselves to making a direct input, so to speak, what kind of change we want. Instead of getting older, getting sicker, we can be, become younger, become healthier. Instead of depleting more energy, we can have more energy for life. Yeah, can have more creativity. All that start to flow with a new direction of life, new direction of humanity right now. We so need it right now. So speaking of the condition we're facing right now, we are, in the worst case, we say we're in deep trouble. In the best scenarios, we say we are facing great challenges. So what we do in Qigong is, see what's the opportunity here. Yeah, when we're sick, when we're stressed, when we're facing the crisis of the world. How we bring back to the balance, bring back to the energy harmony. How can we awaken into what we're capable, what are we here for, living a fulfilling life.
So here we have a Qigong practice becoming more known in the West. Where did this come from in your life? What happened to you? What changed? There you are, a student at the end of your third master's degree in the West. You know the language. You have some physical difficulties. What was happening for you at that time, and how did you make that change?
That's a very good and personal question, and it's difficult for me to put into the words. And simply, what I can say right now is, life bring us surprise. Yeah, bring us surprise. And at the same time, when I reflecting back, of my personal journey from a young boy growing up in China and had very, could be, identified as challenging childhood, and even going through quite a few, dramatic time as a child, and also, including quite disabling physical condition, including scoliosis, including asthma condition, including other weakness of the body. So relatively growing up as kind of, I won't say happy, unhappy and unhealthy and weak child, so to speak, And of course, I didn't understand at the time. Just to learn to, cooperate it. It's either incurable, conditions, you just live with it, but always feel life is limited. So in back of my mind is always, big part of me is searching for something. I think the spirit of searching for something led me, all the way from China to US, led me all the way studying, mathematics and the fine arts. I was literally tapped into the possibility of being happy from mathematics to fine arts. But that was still kind of different kind of happiness. I wasn't satisfied. My life was not totally fulfilling. Even I was so passionate about art, I was on the way to become famous as an artist. Go to Soho in New York City. But part of me was still not satisfied. I think the searching spirit is helped me to available for something really important. So whatever happened in life, my friend, one of my Western friend here actually introduced me to this form of Qigong. And then I end up going to China to study more after I practiced a few years in the US. And so through this practice, I discovered more. And then realizing what I was searching for. So from that moment, there's no turn back. So I still remember the time when I finished in the master training program in China. I was about to come back to US. So asking my teacher, Dr. Pen, what should I do when I come back to US? Should I keep my old, teaching job as a college teacher, or should I just, start to teach Qigong full time? So out of his caring kindness as a father, he said, you may want to go back, taste a little bit, and keep your job, and teaching Qigong on the side, see what can happen. You have to survive first. That was out of really true caring. And so I didn't listen to him. So when I came back, I put everything, away. Basically, I don't have much at the time anyway. Just start teaching Qigong. Yeah, without bank account, without home to live. And so reflecting all these years, last 15 years or so, it's really I followed my passion. I followed my dedication. And I'm really, truly feel, grateful and blessed for what I'm doing now with all the program we're able to share. So many things happened in the last 15 years. So still I'm so deeply humbled, inspired in a way, and compare what I experienced with Dr. Pen, our teacher, what he accomplished in China, how he able to reach millions of peoples, and not only, making their health better, but deeply awakening the most precious gift as human being is our own body wisdom, our own conscious wisdom, our own choice, our own relationship with life. So more, I learn, more I feel appreciative what this is about.
Yeah, that's inspiring. It's in this complex world and in these times, taking the leap, having the courage and the resolve to take the leap is, I think, what many people are searching for. And so, in a sense, my wife and I understand that. It happened to us 5 years ago. We just changed and started practicing each day. I think we've missed maybe 24 days in 5 years of practice. We're practicing an hour and a half a day at this point. Let's dive a little bit further into what is Qigong. What is this that brought happiness to you? What is it that brought happiness to me, my wife, our family? What is Qigong? And maybe reflecting back on the medicineless hospital, what did you see there? What was the training there for you? What is this school of Qigong that you teach?
And again, I didn't know anything about Qigong when I started, even I was born in China. So in some way that gave me some unique perspective. And I was fresh, starting exploring just kind of on my own, so to speak, without too much of kind of conditioning, so to speak. Even the idea, the concept of Qi is very natural in China. Using Qi in different contexts, but most people don't really have a true experiential understanding. So simply translate Qi as energy. But how do you interpret energy beyond electricity, beyond the energy you feel from the sun, beyond the energy you take from the water, energy take from the food, so on like that. So what is profound about the Qigong perspective is really exploring the much greater perception of energy. And not only everything I mentioned is expression of energy, but there's a lot more available in the universe. Tangibly is, only small percentage of energy is visible, tangible, solid. Even we can put words to it, can measure in some way. But much greater existence of energy is beyond measurement, beyond what is familiar for us. Beyond the energy we take in from the food, beyond the energy we receiving from the sun. So that's the energy, basically the same energy started the Big Bang, and that's the same energy continuously feeding our life. Feeding life. So to connect with that energy, even just this idea of possibility of connecting with more energy, that is a huge gift. huge gift. And also, it's why it's so profound right now. It's so relevant right now. If we look at it, the life we're living right now, we're pretty much comfortable. Especially in the West, we pretty much have everything we need, including food and shelter, transportations. Families, including all the supplements, including all the technology we have, but we still encountering so much challenges. Speaking of different disease, never happened. Yeah, this new discovery, new kind of disease, new diagnosis. Yeah, in terms of stress levels, it's way beyond kind of understanding why is this thing happening. In this comfortable society. One of the research is in this comfortable society, we should be able to live at least up to 150 years. But rarely we have realized that yet. So that's where the ancient wisdom comes in. So beyond just normal living, there's something more we can tap into to realize the true potential we all have as a human being, including living up to 150 years. So that potential become real through Qigong. So through my study with Dr. Pan, through my own healing, and through continuously sharing with the students around the global, so many ways become so exciting, continuously become the most exciting thing.
So this combination of the ancient teachings and modern science, that was actually a part of your teacher Pang Ming as well. He was trained as a medical doctor, and he had how many teachers in Qigong?
At least 19 different teachers, which can be named.
Yeah, so he spent a couple of decades studying with all of these teachers. Then he opened a medicineless hospital, and the hospital practiced only Qigong. And the combination of medical work there, they would do a medical analysis of the person coming in, and 30 days later, another medical analysis. And along the way, tracking various ways, sometimes using ultrasound, seeing if they had tumors or those kinds of things. So tell me a little bit about some of the transformation that you saw and that integration of the science and the practice of Qigong without medicine.
So the two aspects I think involved in the process, for my teacher, Dr. Pan, he is professionally is a medicine doctor in both Western medicine as well as Chinese medicine. So he has a scientific mind, curiosity as well. On one hand, he wants to rigorously, scientifically measure the result. And not just feeling better, to see the number, to see the measurement according to the scientific method. On the other hand, you want to, scientifically understand how this works through research, how the mind affecting the qi. And the qi is embracing, all phenomena, basically. Everything is made of qi. So using the scientific approach to understand, but also explore, what's the capacity of the consciousness to affecting the energy, then the energy affecting the physical phenomena, affecting the experience, affecting, health specifically. So that is a two approach. And I think come out of the result is quite, profound. It's really go beyond even the ordinary medical understanding. So able to, the best case is a total recover of this incurable condition defined by the conventional medicine. And then the most case is the symptom getting better. So this is the measurable changes. Then also the surprise bonus is the people have more energy. The people have more creativity. People able to really receive greater quality of life and deeper fulfillment of life including become, powerful teacher, healers, including, enhance their ability to, as leadershipers and so on like that. So this whole process is really coming from go beyond our ordinary paradigm. So in our ordinary paradigm, speaking of is you analyzing the disease, so to speak. Yeah. So before I, go into that, I want just to, share the first, secret of Qigong is really tap into the infinite energy beyond what we're familiar with. Yeah. And the second secret is how to bring this energy into your body directly without depends on food, without depends on, whatever conventional medicine able to do. Yeah. So that's the second secret. Yeah. And the third secret is basically is really tap into the let's say this internal body wisdom, internal energetic medicine inside of you. How our mind is affecting our health, how our emotion is affecting our health, how our movement, our sitting position, how our bodily conscious connection with life in general affecting the biological chemistry functions, all that. So that is like three things, the main thing you do. But to change the paradigm is the most important thing.
So the practice itself, what is some of the Qigong practice that we look at that we use to unlock some of these secrets? What are some of the aspects of it that are unique coming out of this integration of all of the teachings that Pang Ming passed on to you?
Yes. So if I put into words, on one hand is so simple, on the other hand is deeply profound and practical. So I was just using one example would be, so in a normal way of looking at life, in this case health as an example. Yeah, health is relating to all aspects of life in general, but so it's a good example to focus on. So when we look at the cause of disease, yeah, we're analyzing the cause of disease, using science, using medicine, using psychology, yeah. Then we coming out of all these causes, including, the food we eat, yeah, including the genetics, including the environment, yeah, including all these things. The list goes on. These are pretty much, give us good insight. But on the other hand, summarizing everything is boiled down to, as we now understand more, is the stress. The stress can caused by internal as well as external, including the external environment, life in general, circumstance in general, including trauma, yeah. But also internal, including the DNA, we carry, including our mindsets, yeah. So all that causing the stress. So we're doing everything, try to, let's change the environment. Let's change the food we eat. Let's change the way we think. That's all good. All good. But relatively, we know that takes time. Yes? It takes time to change the environment which is not up to you to begin with. Not to mention to change the consequence that as a disease, as challenge in the body, in some cases, the emotional trauma, from what happened already in the past. Yeah, what happened already in the past happened already. The damage is done already, so to speak. So we carry that energetically in the body. So if we want to change in these causes, like indirectly that way, takes a long time. Yeah, I'm saying still can be beneficial. So the Qigong approach is very different. You directly go into the energy system of your body. Yeah, my energy system is carry everything I'm experienced in the past. My experience in China, experience in the US, my DNA, the food I eat, the stress level I accumulate. So energetically all there, in my tissue, in my cell, in my organ, in my energy system, in my shoulder, everywhere it's there. So Qigong, what does is so incredible. It's like directly go to the system. No matter what happened in the past, you make a change from there. So boil down to it is two things we carry in the body. One is just contracted energy. Another is open, free flow energy. And these energies affecting our physical function as well, our emotional experience, as well our mental capacity. So when we go to the energy directly, slow the movement, slow the sound, slow the visualization, slow the meditation, able to change the pattern from the past. And that's the operating system, basically, to changing the operating system. Then from there, you can either change the environment, even become more conscious of what you eat, become even more positive, more loving, mentally, emotionally. Naturally start happening. So this is a complete different way of looking at it. So you're able to go direct into what is needed, what is important, without feeling being victim of the past. That's the most important piece. Yeah.
And it's exactly that kind of integration that moved Jane and myself to just begin this practice and continue it. It was, we've been together 48 years. And in the first year that we were together in 1967, we went to a meditation retreat with Alan Watts. We've been doing this for a long time. 45 years later, we go to this workshop with you, and that meditative absorption was there instantly, but it wasn't it wasn't in separate pieces or parts. It wasn't in different silos. It was concentration and meditation, along with visualization, along with movement meditation, My goodness, I got to be 68 years old somehow. And if I sit for 45 minutes, I become stiff and sore. But this movement meditation, allowing that to be the focus, allowing the chanting and the sounds that we use, all of those four pieces, visualization, movement, the meditation practice, and the sound focus, all of that, the visualizations, all of that together became the focus of that which gives us vitality in our life. And so it's an integration that's really quite unique and quite beautiful. I wonder if we might give people a little flavor of what that looks like. I mean, we've got a workshop toward the end of this month. We've got some courses coming up online. We'll talk about that later. But maybe we could give people a little flavor of what it looks like.
Yes,
to
let's
unlock
do
some
it
of the
right
secrets.
now.
Yeah.
And I want to invite you and follow this simple practice and experience for yourself. Engage your body, mind, heart, and to able to feel energy. That's one of the most important gift of Qigong. Important gift of life. We feel alive with energy. We feel creative. We feel open. We feel connected. We feel alive, basically, fully alive. That's so simple, but most of us, overlook that piece. When we get up in the morning, suddenly feel not good, we don't know what to do, then complaining about it, or we use another pill, then, why it still doesn't work? So do something to awaken the energy inside of it. That's the gift. So let's do that
Let's
together.
awaken it.
Yeah, let's do that together. So we're going to share a simple practice called spinal bone marrow practice and also Haola movement. So I'd like to invite you, join me now with Otis together. So we're going to do a practice together. So we're going to do some movement and feeling the energy of your body. So starting with your feet comfortably shoulder width and straighten your spine just naturally. You're rotating your shoulder a few times. And so feel more flexibility, openness, aliveness of your shoulder. Then relax to the position. and continuously noticing the internal sensation, feeling when you repeating these movements, especially with your eyes closed. But for the time being, we're going to keep eyes open. So just noticing the inner sensation, feeling, and mentally connecting with the energy of the earth beneath us, the energy of the universe above us, and the subtle invisible energy all around us. Now we're going to slowly lifting the arms upward. And think of your arm as energy arm just floating upward to the shoulder level, to your comfortable position. Relaxing, dropping your shoulder down. Now slowly rotating your body to the left side. So you're twisting your body, circling to the left side with your own best effort. Now holding the position, relaxing to this moment of awareness. Become more aware of your body now. Wherever you're feeling the discomfort, pain, tension, whatever resistance you're feeling, just noticing it without judging. Noticing with mindfulness, with acceptance. Then slowly circling halfway towards the front. Continuously repeating the movement, rotating with your best effort. Then relaxing, circling halfway towards the front. One more time. Rotating, stretching. Relaxing, circling. Now continuously to the front. Continuously to the right side now. With your own best effort. Holding the position. Now relaxing your shoulder down. Now gently releasing. Circling halfway towards the front. Rotating, stretching to the right side. Relaxing, circling halfway to the front. Now one more time. Rotating, stretching. Relaxing, circling continuously to the front. Now begin to notice more. All sensation, feeling, experience inside of you. Both uncomfortable, even painful sensation, as well and deeper strength, deeper aliveness. You may notice in the subtle energy. Now we're going to continue repeating the movement with sound. The sound is very simple. We can repeat in 2 words, how la. And haola means all is well and getting better. And that's the essence of the practice. Yeah. So when you're connecting with the energy, all is well and getting better. So circling towards the left side, changing the sound together with your best effort. Haola. 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 Circling to the front. Continue to the right side with the sound. Haola. 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 Circling to the front. Now relaxing. Continuously noticing. Now slowly lower down your elbow. Effortlessly relaxing downward. Now noticing the new sensation, feeling of your arm. So in spite of pain, discomfort, challenge you may notice in the movement, holding the arms up, now we're noticing the new sensation, new feeling. Now we're going to raising the arm up in front of you, very mindfully, meditatively, slowly. You're lifting the subtle energy upward, continuously connecting with the subtle energy above you. Then you bring the energy inward, into the brain, imagining, smiling into your brain, continuously into your chest, into your heart, lung, all the organ inside of you, downward into your stomach, lower abdomen, pelvis, sides, knees, legs. Now we're going to do a few movements with sound. Ha, la. Ha, la. You can move your hip up and down. Ha, la. Ha, la. Ha, la. Now slowly hands on top of your navel. Gently close your eyes. Feeling the energetic sensation inside of you, the aliveness, the openness, the inner connection with your own body. Slowly, gently open your hands, feeling your leg, feeling the energy all around you, deep inside of you. And gently open your eyes slowly. So move your body freely. Just continue noticing how your body feels. Even, when you're doing the movement, arms up, you probably felt some tension, pain, discomfort, and that's all come from the blockages of the body. Carry the tension, carry stress from the past. So now we're doing this movement to open these blockages. So in the beginning, you're feeling the tension. So we're purposely, and going to the place of the shoulders and also the spine, rotating, twisting, you're opening the blockages. And as well, the hip. So these are three main areas we're going to continue to learn to open, to release the stress, releasing the blockages, and opening to the new energy flow. So when you close your eye, visualizing the energy, bring the energy in, you start feel more relaxation, more connection, more lightness, more well-being, start awakening in the energy conditioning of your body. So that is the practice you can continue, try, and we're going to, learn in the course in the future. So thank you for joining me to try this practice. I'm not sure about you. I feel really wonderful. And how are you feeling, Otis?
Great, because always great. Movement is always a remedy for me.
Yeah. This body needs to move, so we're going to continue to learn more.
Yeah, move the body, move energy. Well, thank you, Mingtong, for that. I think that gives the people a flavor of what some of the practice looks like. That being a movement meditation, combining visualization, combining sound into a movement meditation. And you know how much that means to me. I found I had a hereditary condition of blood clotting, which I found out by getting a pulmonary embolism. And when I was in the hospital with 15, maybe 17% of my lung capacity, not knowing if I was going to live or die. It was Qigong that allowed me to get a different attitude towards what was happening, to slowly get up from the bed, slowly walk to the window, and slowly begin to move and to make sounds, small ones. And it was that moment where I realized that was going to the essence of the problem, awakening energy around that blockage, which was very physical, very apparent, and started to move that around. And the look on the doctor's face when he came in the next morning to the hospital room and saw me doing Qigong at the window and saying, "I think I'm ready to be released now." was precious. To see the transformation in his eyes as a young doctor, I think he understood something maybe a little bit different out of that moment.
Probably still shock for him.
Yeah. So we've seen, that's just a small personal story where just this last Christmas meeting with my 3 daughters in their 30s, they said, this old Norwegian stiff guy is more flexible and more supple in his movements now than at any time in their lives. So this has been major for me in the last 5 years. And we've seen other stories of transformation, other stories of cure.
We really, almost like I can say confidence, we specialize, helping people with the most challenging condition on one hand, even including people total recovery from Parkinson. And most of them able to improving, symptoms, condition, improving quality of life, in spite of condition, Parkinson, cancers, many of them recover totally from Lyme disease, leukemia condition, and many cancers, people extended their life, still living continuously, and including people, had a dementia. And was basically sent out of the hospital. Nothing they can do about with conventional medicine. She was, up to, let's say, and I think her timeline was end of last year. So now she's not only, the condition improving, but she's become a different person, a new person. Now she wants to help other people continuously. So not only these changes so important, so profound, it's happening more often, but more importantly is, as you experience now, once you get well, you want to keep it well. You want to even continue improving yourself. When age comes, 40, 50, 60, we're going to hit the wall, if you don't do anything about it, So instead of just keeping the health condition, you want improving the health condition in spite of aging. Yeah. So the matter of is really the deeper practice. And also, and that is, my passion. It's really and allowing, whatever your desire, whatever is important for you, whatever challenge you right now, being the opportunity to make change for yourself more proactively, more lovingly, more creatively. But more importantly is to improving the foundation for life. Yeah, no matter how many years you want to live. If you're living on this new foundation, a new operating system, new baseline of energy, then everything else changes. And that's what the transformation means. You're transforming the deeper energy patterns of your mind, heart, body. Yeah.
And the beauty is it's not about aging. It's not about a sickness that needs a remedy. It cuts through to the timeless energy, the ageless energy that is the secret that is actually in movement all around us, all through us. We are all energy. That's everything is energy. And it's tapping into that secret. One of the pieces that's really interesting is the way you teach. Everything is done in a 100-day gong meaning practice, qi meaning the word energy, so it's an energy practice. Everything is done in a 100-day gong. That's done by tradition, but modern science and neuroplasticity is telling us why that's true. I need to dig in a little bit about what it takes to reform a neuron and its firing and wiring. Maybe we could explore that just for a second. Why 100 days? Why does it take 100 days?
So the key, the secret here is now being understood by neuroscience, as you mentioned, is repetition. It's repetition. So when you, specifically, I think the research work I'm aware of is indicating it takes at least 9 times to establishing a new neuron connection, and takes more than 90 times to stabilize this neural condition. So once it's stabilized, then when you go back there, it's still there for you. So that is the science have, now the new science with validating the old science. So that's 100 days where it come from. So you're repeating 100 times in this case, allow this new habit of the mind, body, heart to shifting, to sustain. It's healthy habit, to transform. Or some cases, the most difficult of changing habit is really letting go of the old habit. So when we say the habit, that's usually pattern. It's a very stubborn pattern. It's there already. So in order to replace the old pattern with a new pattern takes time. So that's where the numbers come from. At least 90 times, in this case 100 times, allow you to, formulating a new pattern, allow you to gradually, it's not overnight, gradually letting go of the old limiting patterns.
And one of the pieces that has interested me is watching over this last 5 years how it is that you've changed in the way you've been offering to teach and teaching these elements. 5 years ago, we went to a workshop. We got, oh, that's really cool. I'm going to start that. What do? I get this little booklet, and I get a DVD, and you practice, and you practice. Oh, this is good. And then 6 months later, you go, I need to refine this. And you go to another workshop. And of course, in the science of memory, you lose 50% the next day. And then by a week or two later, you've lost 90% of what it was. And so what you've actually gone into is an online way of teaching this, which I don't think anyone else has really come even close to mimicking. This is a 100-day commitment that begins with that day-long workshop, and then keeps going with daily and weekly lessons, and allows us to go, and is completely consistent with the science of how the mind works, of how the neural system works, of how that all comes together to be able to build a new foundation and actually look to the heart of transformation. So it's not quick. It's not easy. It comes with huge insights, but this is a new way of beginning practice. So earlier we said we were going to look at some kind of a, how do we come up with this resolve? How do we look inward to make this commitment, and perhaps take some moments to explore what does commitment look like, just as we looked at what does this look like with movement and sound. What does this internal resolve look like, and how can we begin to feel that? How do we take a leap as strong as you took decades ago to make this change? What do we do?
That's so wonderful. Let's and do a meditation together, and really, connecting with your own mind, but also more so with your own heart, and connecting with the new energy for the new year. And so allow this meditation bring you more insight, and as well deeper experience of connection with what's important in your life. So I'd like to invite you just join us together, and you can easily join in any position. So you can either sit, or even lying down or standing, whatever position you're comfortable. So whenever you're ready, I'd like to invite you gently close your eyes. Simply noticing inwardly, acknowledging, embracing all sensation, feeling, experience of your body, experience of your energy body, connecting with the energy of the Mother Earth beneath you. Acknowledging the continuous transformation of life on the planet Earth. feeling the power of the earth, and gently, playfully, acknowledging, imagining the ocean of subtle energy above you, the infinite energy of the universe, the source energy of all creation, all inspiration. Playfully acknowledging, imagining the ocean of energy, the visible, invisible, in front of you, behind you, left side of you, right side of you, all around you. Continuously relaxing inwardly, noticing inwardly, with a pure mindfulness and awareness, with a gentle, loving kindness, with a deeper openness. Continuously allowing the infinite energy of all creation flowing naturally, deeply in all dimensions of your energy body. Allow your mind, heart, body naturally open to all insight, all thoughts, all feeling, all visions. Gently asking in silence, what is your highest vision of yourself in the new year? What is the highest vision of yourself in the new year? Simply open. Open to all insight, thoughts, images, feeling. Now continuing to the second question. What is the new energy quality you're ready to embrace and cultivate in order to realize the highest vision of yourself in the new year? What is the new energy experience and the quality you're ready to embrace and cultivate in order to realize the highest vision of yourself in the new year? Again, allow your mind, heart, naturally open to all insight, thoughts, images, feeling. with a pure openness, pure mindfulness, continuously asking the third question in silence. What are the old energetic limitations, our patterns, you want to release in order to realize the highest vision of yourself in the new year? What is the old energetic pattern or limitation you want to release in order to realize the highest vision of yourself in the new year? Continuously allow your mind, heart, body open. Now open to the fourth question. What are 3 action steps? What are 3 immediate action steps for you to realize the highest vision of yourself in the new year? Continuously allow your mind, heart, body open. Naturally open to your insight, thoughts, images, feeling. Continuously embracing all sensation, feeling, experience inside of you. Naturally allowing the abundant energy, the source energy of all creation, flowing deeply inside of you. And slowly, gently placing your hands on your navel and feeling inwardly, allowing the energy flow continuously, awakening, opening, receiving new insight, new creativity, and deeper purposefulness. And slowly open your hand and feeling your hip, your legs, your feet, and feeling your entire body. Whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes slowly. So thank you for joining us for this meditation, and allow yourself, one of the Qigong secret is really aligning the body, mind, heart with energy. So you can really tap into your own energy body and then open to the creative energy of the universe. Allow the insight, including your deeper, inspiration, come to you with energy, charged with energy, with a deeper connection with your heart as well. So in that process, you're more aligned with the energy flow of yourself, energy flow of the earth, energy flow of the universe, and the energy flow of your deeper purpose. So continuously allow yourself making new discovery. Even, after the session, you can write down what's the insight you have received, and as well, many days to come. The insight may come when you walk in, when you're dreaming, when you're having a conversation, that suddenly this new insight may come to you. So the key is connecting with energy. In order to do so, is aligning the mind, body, heart, and that was a wonderful example as we did the meditation. So it's different from just mentally write down these words, these mental solution. Yeah, here is your linking the mind, body, heart together with energy flow.
Thank you, Mingtong. A very beautiful invitation for people to look inside for their highest good, for their highest intention, for their highest purpose, and then to look to action steps that arise from within. That's really been the key since I first started this practice with you. It's about trying it out for yourself, discovering for your own self what it is that drives you, what it is you need, what is out there available for you. And so I think it would be useful to actually shift a little bit at this point to look at how that's done. We've talked a little bit about how it's not about just a few introductions and then some practice. This is about a deepening that goes on in really 100-day segments. And we have, segments that are being offered by the Chi Center 3 times a year, 100-day gongs, ongoing, literally years worth of possibility to deepen. And so we're beginning to get a sense of what this 100-day gong looks like, what this 100-day practice session of daily sessions, daily portals that allow you to be supported in your practice and continuing to refine weekly, but likewise monthly. Every month, the material gets deeper and deeper into the content. Mingtong, maybe you could give us a sense of what that looks like as you deepen throughout this 100-day practice gong.
So, again, traditionally takes years. The old story is, a master teaches students one thing, one movement, then practice months, even up to years before receiving another movement, another technique, another method. So that's kind of is really powerful process. You're able to really embody it. But on the other hand, the repetition make you feel, really proficient. Professional, so to speak. So the way you learn is really consolidate, very effective. Yeah. So here in the modern time, we don't have that much time. So we're coming up a more like a middle way, a modern version of the repetition of the practice. So you learn enough in the beginning. Say first months, we learn the overall view, how to do this practice. What is practice? You learn what to do basically, what to do. Yeah. And so how to focus on, and the arm movement, the shoulder movement, and the spine movement, how to connecting with the hip and connecting the feet, connecting the entire energy flow. For example, the meditation we just did is organizing the chi field. You gradually start to discover, the subtle neon of energy in your body. So the 3 stages like this. First stage is you're learning what to do. Yeah. And the second stage, you're learning how to do it. How to do it. How to do it. That means how to do it effectively. Yeah. The third stage is you integrating different aspects of technique. Yeah, how to use your mind, how to coordinate with your body, how to coordinating with the sound, how to coordinating the energy system, and how to in relationship to your own challenges. Could it be health-wise? Could it be emotional-wise? Could it be, mental, spiritual reason you're doing the practice? So you start to making a connection between the method itself is universal, but your personal, like say, unique quality, personal need, personal, wherever you might be, you start to make a link. Things start to make sense. You start to integrate what you're learning into your own system, your own, awareness, your own flow of energy, so to speak. So that's one way of looking at it, the 3 months, map it out. Yeah, and of course there's more detail. each practice involved with different detail for moving different part of your body, different layer of energy. I think most important thing is for us is one is repetition, and second is progressive from wherever you're at, continue progress. And the third is systematic. That means you're aware of the whole system after a while. You're able to integrate the whole system into your practice, into your life, into your true experience.
Thanks for that. And I personally, I wish I'd had this 5 years ago, because this is really using the state-of-the-art technology to support the rapid learning of the ancient systems and the incorporation, so you actually discover it for yourself. So we really hope that what we've done is piqued your curiosity and try to instill in you a sense that this is possible for you now. You can take on this practice and learn it in a way that is unparalleled in what I've seen in 45 years of spiritual practice in California. I've been across the spiritual buffet a number of times, and this is it. So I hope that our time today has been rich and rewarding. Feel free to scroll down the page you're on. Take a look at the information that's there. The website is available. One of the things that we want to offer you today is a free bonus for having joined us on this event. If you take the time to register for this upcoming course that starts January 31st for a 100-day gong, the bonus that we'd like to offer you is a teaching that will be downloaded to you and delivered to you via email, and a download on basically on the immune system and how you can enliven and awaken your immune system and reboot the immune system for this winter month and all of these times with the storms that we're experiencing, and how to remain vital in this period of time. So that would be a gift from us to you if you're able to register today. Take the time and discover it for yourself. So Mingtong, any parting thoughts and to all of our guests for today?
So again, I want to thank you for joining us today and discover new possibility, and hopefully also new energy, new experience, and truly realizing your highest desire, not only for the new year, but for your life in terms of, happiness and health and deeper fulfillment of life in general. So thank you again so much, and I wish you happiest new year with abundant energy for creation, for happiness, and for health. Howla.
Howla.